Hello, Sweet Tooth here. Hope your day is going well. Gonna Matata. Gonna play a game called Location Withheld. Uh, Small indie game, but pretty interesting. It's about being in a room trying to solve a case, but it's really short. I tried it out a little bit because it's a little bit cryptic on some of the stuff. It's not as cryptic as puzzle games like Myst, but needless to say, it's a pretty decent game. Alright, so anyways, you are a police officer. You have two case files. You can press spacebar or E in order to read about the cases. It's basically people missing their faces. Now it's a little bit weird on the controls because you have to right click in order to look at something, left click in order to rotate, enter or E in order to read text. See, that's case file number 1, that's case file number 3, Andrew Philly. Alright. So first things you're probably going to try to do is turn on the computer. You're going to try to access the police department database, but there's a password. Basically the password is inside the recycle bin. It is the date of the computer, the date on the computer, 2/13. So it's going to give you a list of passwords. Out of the list of passwords under 2/13, you give it this password right here, HGTWN. Then it's going to bring up the database in order to enter a file. Now these two files right here do not have a code, from what I saw, unless they do. So what you need to do is you look at the picture, behind it is a key, Resident Evil style. The lockbox you can now open, which has case file number 2. If you notice next to the lockbox, there is glow-in-the-dark ink. That's for later, something else. So case file number 2, bring it up. You'll notice in the lower right, all the way in the lower right, CWX23B. It says the standard decryption method should work. So I want you to decrypt that. The decryption for it is actually up here next to the VCR. And if you look at the VCR first, you'll notice there's a blank sticky note. That is actually where the invisible or glow-in-the-dark ink comes into play. It'll show up if the lights are out. Now for the database code decryption key, it's right here. Mostly just a brief description of it. But anyways, the letters. You take whatever letter it gives you. If it gives you C, you will actually times 2 that. So C equals a 3. You take 3 times 2, it'll equal 6. Then you pick the 6th letter in the alphabet, which is F. And that's how you solve that. For the numbers, you could either just take those 4 numbers and say, well, 4 is already 11, so 3 must be 9. Because 9 is 2 less than, it looks like it's counting plus 2. You can think of it that way. Or you can think of it like this. 4 plus 3 equals 7. 7 plus 4 equals 11. The same thing for 5. It's all a plus 3 and then add the number to the original number. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. 8 plus 5 equals 13. Same with 6. 6 plus 3 equals 9. 9 plus 6 equals 15. Pretty straightforward, but it's probably going to take a little bit to think about, especially when part of the file lookup code is x, because x is actually 24, and what you need to do is times 2, so it equals 48, and then 48 minus 26, because you have to do a full rotation of the alphabet, will equal 22. So you pick the 22nd letter, which is V. Anyways, the encryption decryption thing is probably the most complicated part of the game. Alright, anyways, you enter the file code. The file code of case number 2, using a standard encryption method by the police department, is... Oh, also you have to keep in mind that it's case sensitive, meaning if it gave you an uppercase letter, you will encrypt to an uppercase letter. If it gave you lowercase, keep it lowercase. So FTV79D brings up the JPEG. Whoopsie doodle. Now the power went out. Now you're in trouble. The monster is actually coming after you now to take your face. So, for the most part, you can do whatever you want. Just wait for the alarm to go off. The alarm clock. The alarm clock, which actually is powered off right now. It's not actually, has no power to it. But it'll go off anyways for the spookiness. Now, as soon as you click this snooze right here, now the monster showed up. This is the monster that steals faces. He's going to steal your face within a certain time limit. Especially if you turn on the lamp. The lamp will shorten the duration by which he will find you and take your face. So what your character did is they wrote a sticky note that says the safe password is the date on the first file. Then what you're going to do is you're going to look at the first file and you're going to see 1/1/1982. When you see that date, you look at your safe and it's going to be hard to do in the dark. But 1/1/1982. What's in there? A gun. So there's multiple endings to this game, but the first one is just to shoot the monster. I'm going to show you all the endings. All the endings that I know of, okay? That's ending A. The game is actually going to close, so I gotta open it up again. It closes every single time. One second. Alright, so that was ending A. HDTWN. And then, what was it? FTV79D. I'm just going to jump right back into when the monster shows up to show the ending B. Wait a little while for the alarm clock to go off. This is ending B. Take too long and the monster gets you. I turned on the light because he'll get you even quicker. There you go. He stole your face. The other two endings are pretty straightforward. Both of which I have noticed that they involve the gun. It seems like all the endings, except for ending B, involve the gun. And you can actually just do this right away. So what do you do? What do you do for ending C? You shoot nothing. Just shoot nothing. It's mainly sealing your fate that the monster is gonna get you, and you have no way to defend yourself now. Alright, so ending F. What do you think this one entails? If it entails the gun. If you guess shoot yourself, then you'd be correct. 'Cause that's exactly what the most intelligent people do. Hammer. Oh. There we go. There you go. That's ending A, B, C, and F. As for D and E, if they exist, I have no idea. But the one thing is, I always thought that they had something to do with the phone. But case numbers don't really have anything, though. But I figured maybe it was 911. However, he says I have no reason to. Thing is, when the monster shows up and you do call 911, it'll just sound like gibberish. What was it? FTV 79D. Also, if you never turn off the alarm clock, he won't actually come into the room, so. Excuse me, sir. You're intruding on privacy. My location is supposed to be withheld. No, I was calling. Darn these controls. Anyways, tilt it towards the light for a second. Man, police are so unhelpful. Hold on just 1 second. Sometimes you just have to solve your own problems. Hey, police are here. Oh, you guys are useless, like always. Parking problem. Go deal with the zombies. Come on. No wonder zombies took over. Anyways, that is a location withheld. I'll leave a link to it. If you like the game, be sure to support the developer, and those are the endings that I know of. If I ever see any other endings, I'll let you know. But anyways, I want to thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. Hope you have yourself a good day, and this is Sweet Tooth, signing off. Love you.